How everybody doing? Thanks for checking back in. And once again, we got the same people from the last show back. I want to introduce everybody right quick. Let's go around the room. Let the ladies go first. Introduce yourself.
I'm C Love. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
I'm Luna. Thanks for joining us. I'm happy to be back again.
And y'all already know, Monster and Taz are in the house.
Yo,
And on
yo.
top of that, we got Chill back. Chill, say something, my man.
All right, everybody.
All right. Y'all ready to get the show going? Everybody have fun last time?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yes,
First
sir.
subject. When dating, when do you feel you need to cut her off when she asks for too much money? Or vice versa, he asks.
Hmm. I guess I guess a lady could comment on that one.
Well,
I, oh.
Luna, go ahead.
I feel like you should put that boundary in place from the jump. Honestly, it's all about setting boundaries and what you're willing or not willing to do just because sometimes it's too new.
Uh,
See, love?
I don't know. There's always a thin line between being nice and being taken advantage of. So you kind of got to be careful with that. Um, I don't know if there should be a cutoff. It just depends on your financial situation and how willing you are to loan or give away money. Personally, I don't loan any money I can't afford to give away. So typically, I try not to be a borrower or a lender, just to kind of stay away from things like that.
Yes, but what if he asks you?
Well, it
What's
depends
like
on.
the cutoff point? Is it $40, 60, 80, 100, 200?
Yeah, I would say it would depend on the circumstances. I mean, if I had $400 and he said $400 would make it so that I could not be late on my rent, that's something I could consider. But hey, if you just say I need $400, you might as well ask me for 1,000 if you don't have any reason, because I can't justify giving you that amount of money. 20, $30 here, I don't mind, as long as I feel that there's some reciprocation. I just, like I said, it's a fine line between being taken advantage of and, helping someone.
Okay, so you say you don't want to be taken advantage of. But Luna, you said long as it's like not too new.
You said what?
You said you prefer if something like that was like not too new.
I mean, I said if there's boundaries in place, like you just have to talk about it because, some people come into the relationship thinking, oh, hey, I'm gonna, try to get this out of the person. Let's see how much money I can cop out of them. No, like I feel like it's a boundary. I feel like everything in a relationship, there's a boundary for everything. And then you can go from there and basically, push those boundaries up more because you're more familiar with the person, their intentions more. I feel like it's something that should be talked about if it ever came up. And like C Love said, if it was like for your car note or, for rent or something like that, your tire pops on the side of the road, I feel like, you know, it should be a conversation brought up. No, it doesn't seem like it's a conversation that should be, or people feel weird about it. But at this day and age, that kind of has to be something normal at this point.
All
uh,
right, chill.
Yes,
What's
sir.
your reflection on that? How would you feel if you pretty much hooked up with somebody and real quick in the relationship or whatever, they ask you for a lump sum of money?
Well, it really would depend on the circumstances and how much money. You could, like, for example, you start dating somebody, they say, I need this or need that, but then they realize, hey, I can push the limits. And then, I'd have to say, okay, wait a minute. I don't mind doing things, but I think, you just have to set the standard down and let them know, what you can afford, how much money you willing to put out. But you don't want it to be a bank situation where you become the bank.
All right, it's kind of funny, your comment, but you know what? You setting a boundary, right? That's all you gonna do. You'll still try and make it work out with that person.
Yeah, I mean, but if they don't want to make it, if they only in it for the money, they really ain't in it for you to begin with. You know what I mean? So if you with somebody, you should be with them because you care about them, not because of what they have. That's just me.
Everybody had that perception, but unfortunately, there are a lot of people that just really are scam artists. And I'm not saying, I would say both sexes, men and women, have been scammed and taken advantage of by the opposite sex. Typical gold digger behavior.
All right, Taz, I'm gonna let you do your comment before I do mine, cause I might be long-winded on this one. Go on ahead.
well, I'm gonna make my comment short and sweet. So, I'm gonna try to anyway. Okay, so how I feel about that money thing overall, whether it be friend, relationship, or whatever the case may be, I'm one of them people to give you a chance. I give you enough rope to hang yourself with. As far as the amount goes, there's a certain amount that I'll feel that's too steep. But like I said, I give you enough money. I'm sorry, I give you enough rope to hang yourself with. I give you a couple of dollars, and like I said, a couple of dollars. But you don't pay me back. Or for circumstances where I'm just giving it to you, and you don't reciprocate in any type of way, you're letting me know basically you're a take, and not give and take. So, that's just how I feel about it. That's my answer.
All right, ladies, I'm gonna let y'all respond to his because I'm gonna jibber jabber a minute. Go on ahead and respond.
I definitely agree with Taz. I mean, the boundary of a couple dollars, you know, I think is appropriate, and I feel the same way. And like I said, the only other way is if it does not financially cause me an issue. If you need it, something a little larger. I keep saying $400 just because I could. I'm not financially in a situation where I could loan anybody probably any more than that anyway. So, you need $1,000. I'll give you what I have, but that would never be a problem for me. Somebody owing me thousands of dollars because I don't have it to give.
Okay, Lona.
I agree. I agree with that to the fullest.
Well, maybe I was just raised a little bit different because when it comes to as far as money or whatever, I'm the type of person I am sacred about borrowing money from people. You know what I'm saying? If you let me borrow $20, I'm gonna give you your $20 exactly the day and time I say I'm gonna give it back to you. And as far as asking somebody for big money, no, I never will. I'll just make a way one way or another. You know what? I've never been in one of them predicaments where I had to come to somebody like that. When it comes to relationships, I'll never go to my significant other, even if I think they have it or somebody I'm really digging. I'm not gonna come at you and be like, oh, I need to borrow like $400 for this. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna make it one way or another.
I can't
Right.
disagree with that either.
Right.
So, however, I still subscribe to the theory if you're in a relationship and it's a serious relationship, it's a partnership. So even though you feel that way, and I can understand why, I would hope that if you were on in a relationship, you feel strong enough about our partnership where you'd be able to set aside that, I don't want to say pride, but set aside maybe that value. And again, I think everything you said was had super integrity, and that's something that a lot of people have. So, you got to be careful. Your integrity level is not
Because a
always the
lot of the
same as
time,
others.
people test you. People will test you just to see if they can get it out of you.
Yeah.
And I'll be the one that fail every time. I'm like, no, just to test you. Now we testing each other when we ain't got to go there with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I was raised. That's law.
Like I said, I give
Somebody
you
that
enough
know
rope.
me, they'll tell you that. I would, and somebody coming at me asking for money. It's one thing if I got it or whatnot, a couple dollars here and there, that ain't nothing. But to come and hit me with I need 1,500 for this.
Well, Shakespeare said, "A borrower nor a lender be."
Yeah. I like
So
I
I have a question.
said, let's
Go
get
ahead.
it.
What do you consider a couple dollars?
Oh, I guess that's directed towards me, huh?
Yeah, in your
Well,
definition, what would you consider a couple
You talking to
dollars?
Monster or Taz?
I can't remember who said that they
I
lend out
did.
like
Hey,
couple
hey,
dollars
What a
here and
couple
there.
I
dollars
could
do?
lay it on you. I don't, I don't mind explaining, what I got to spill. When I say a couple of dollars, I ain't trying to be a smart ass or nothing, but controversy sells. So I'm just gonna say whatever I feel like is worth in the situation. Like if you say, now don't take this the wrong way. Now if a girl that I've been seeing, and you've been giving me, you know, some indication that you in this with me 100%, and you say, hey man, I really need this for this, not just I need a couple dollars. I need a couple dollars. I need this. I need a couple dollars to get me by. Well, how much you need to get me by? Give me a. Let me get about $40. If I feel like is you heartfelt to me with what you give me and I give you what is there, you can't see it, but it's there. I give you that. But when you come out with an outrageous number and I don't feel like what we shooting for together is worth it, I'm not gonna give it to you. So basically, to make a long story short, is whatever I feel like the situation is worth. Not so much as what you worth, but what the situation is worth.
Okay, I had to ask that because I'm like a couple dollars.
I
Like,
mean,
okay, can I have $2?
hey, I'm glad I can answer. Any other
Yeah.
questions you got, girl? Give it to me, cause I give it to you back for real.
When you said $2, I was like, oh man, you gave me oh,
No, a couple
I
dollars.
$2 now.
No, a couple dollars. Whatever I feel like the situation is worth. It's the situation. We girlfriend and boyfriend. And you need help, like you said, a flat tire or to get me by until I get paid. Blah blah blah. If the situation is worth it, I put it. I get to you. With them outrageous numbers, man, you got to be my wife. You got to be either my wife or a damn good friend. Either or.
Yeah.
If that nana is good.
At this point in my life, it ain't even that no more. Cause it's just like, the worth of that is it's abundant. It's abundant. The worth of that is abundant. It's abundant amount of good stuff out there, and it's abundant to me.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just can't put a worth on good good kush now. I can't because I done had this and I done had that. Not saying nothing, but it's all just like y'all say. I know it's sizes out there for guys. I get that, and I know it's technique with guys. I get that, but remember, it's a abundantness with that too. You know, that's why you meet different guys all the time, and they got this to bring to the table with sex, with the way they treat you, but it's out there. So, I got this saying: I ain't gonna chase you. I'm gonna replace you. If you don't, if you don't want to do this, somebody that has the same, it might not be the next person, it might not be the person after that, but it's damn sure people out there that's got good as good as you. And,
Yeah, I feel you.
yeah, it's the person. The person has to, it has to be somebody that's attached to that good, that's just as good as that good, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry, I done talked. I'm sorry, Boston. Go ahead. You supposed to be hosting.
I know.
I'm sorry.
All right, look. Who wants to come up with the next topic?
I'd
I'll
like
give
to.
it to the ladies.
I'd like to. Okay. My question is, how do you guys feel about when you're dating someone and they have multiple friends of the opposite sex? Specifically, I'm asking, um, like like almost a relationship where these opposite sex friends call for advice when they're sad, when they're happy, and then you're thinking to yourself, I started off as this person's friend, and I was calling them when I was sad or happy, and I know what it turned into. So, in that regard, what are you guys' feeling about your, I don't even want to say partner yet, because maybe if you've gotten to that point, it's cool, but more so I'm talking about a person that you're dating, and it's kind of a fairly new relationship. What do you guys think?
I want to answer, but I don't want to take over the show. So
Chill.
One of you men
Stop.
can answer. That's your turn.
My turn?
yeah, let's hear
Yeah,
from the
that's your
host.
turn. A
Yeah,
woman asked the
Oh, I want
question.
to
The
hear
man
from
can
the host.
answer.
yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah.
brother.
Give it to me, monster.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, break that down again for me. I want to make sure I get it right.
Okay, so you're in a new dating situation. Friendship turned into more than a friendship. So, how do you feel about that person you're dating having other
Oh, too
friends?
many opposite sex friends.
Not even too many, even one. I mean, you know, are you worried about that connection that they have? Because it's similar to the connection that you may have had with that person just before you became
And
more
they
than
supposed to just
friends.
be
And
friends.
they're supposed to just be.
Oh, okay, is it like a friends or a brown sugar's friend?
I would have to make an
Did you
assumption,
ever watch the movie?
which I wouldn't want to. But let's just say your date, the person you're dating said, "Hey, that's just a." I mean, are you just gonna
I
take
would
it for
just take
that?
it like because me, I'm gonna be into that person anyway. I like like that's what I'm thinking.
And so it
But
wouldn't
if
bother you
they're
at
like
all.
too much entangled as we like go further, I would have a problem because I am jealous. Like when I'm into my girl, I'm into my girl, bruh. You need to just back on up, man. Chill, she'll holler at you. We doing our thing.
Oh, but they're friends, and they need to talk to each other. They're emotional support systems for.
Oh, on that level, that might be way too much. Ain't nobody about to deal with that. trying to kick it with your girl and this dude keep calling. For real. You trying to hook up with your girl, this dude keep calling. And he called and y'all might be on something romantic. And you like, dang, do we ever stop?
Right, right. Because he's always going to answer that call if that person calls. And I hear you're telling it from a male perspective,
Yeah.
and I
Every
appreciate
guy in
that.
here agree with me on that one. I know y'all do.
Man, listen.
Don't
Like I said, I think every guy and you know, a lot of girls have a scenario like that. You know, I had a scenario where you know, where I was with this girl and we were really really close, and she had this guy that she knew. He was, you know, he friended her on Facebook. I didn't know the guy, but she told me who he was and stuff. But then, you know, she was like, yeah, that's my friend and this and that, and I grew up with him and this and I get that. But then, you know, when you were, because one day I told her, I said, damn, that's a good looking picture of you, girl. Put it on your Facebook. She was like, no, no. I said, put it on your Facebook. So she put it on her Facebook, and this nigga comment, he was like, oh, them eyes, though, girl, you know, this and that, you know. And so I'm like, and I saw the post because I'm in her news feed, you know, we in each other's news feed. And I'm like, or feed or whatever. And I'm like, what is up with this? I was like, man, he keep making comments like this. I'm gonna have to give him a call. So, you know, she
give
had
him a
posted.
call.
Wait a minute. So she posted another picture, and then he was like, "Yeah, girl, you look good, and this and that, and all this other. You know, I'm giving you the edited version." So I said, "All right." So she had came over, and I'm like, "All right, well, so instant message him." So it looks like she's calling him, but I'm sitting next
DM?
to her. Yeah, DM. It looks like her profile is calling him, but
I
it's
bet.
really me. So he answered the phone. I'm like, look, I get that y'all friends and stuff like that, but I said this is disrespectful. I said you keep saying this shit, and I'm gonna come and see you, and that's on my mom. I'm gonna come and see you. Oh, you nigga, you ain't gonna do this and that. I said, so while she was sitting next to me, I said, tell me where this nigga live at. Let's go. He hung up so fast, and you know, he ain't want to talk after that, and I kept calling him back, and I was like, man, you ain't got no backbone whatsoever. But you know, that's enough about me. Chill, you got any feedback on friends of the opposite sex?
There's limits to that situation, because you know, as a man, you could tell. I mean, you could read into it with if the dude's looking for something else, or the female seems to be reacting a little bit. You know, you could tell. So you know, I would let it go to a certain point that I have to step in, even though it's her friend. Me and him have to have a man-to-man conversation at some point. If it goes too far, we have to have a man-to-man and say, hey, look, you know, I don't mind you calling, you know, get advice, but you be calling a little too much because, you know, we trying to
That's
have our
what I'm
time.
saying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. And I chill. I respect that and I agree. But I'm going to tell you something. The dynamic of let's talk, quote unquote, woman to woman, I think is a lot different than the dynamic when a dude calls another dude, because I've been on the other end of that spectrum where I was making the phone call like, hey, what's up? And bitch basically was like, what's up is not you. You know, yeah, we doing this and we doing that. Now what? Where a dude probably
Oh,
ain't
she
gonna
just
come
hit
at
you
you
like that?
several times. I've had that happen.
But
You know my story.
if he
So,
really cared, not to interrupt you, but if he really cared and he seemed that this was a problem, that should have been cut off. That's your man.
yeah, well, again, you know my backstory. So,
Got you. I had to get that out. I'm
that
sorry.
woman to woman stuff can be heartbreaking. Luna, would you agree with that, or have you had a different experience? You know, calling another female on, you know, some shit like this.
No, probably.
Like, I can agree. I've been on both sides of the stick where, you know, you had these friends before me, as long as you put them in their place if they cross a boundary. Because if I have to put them in their place, we're done. Because I shouldn't have to do that, especially if they're your friend. Like, and I would expect that same thing. Don't do nothing to me, I wouldn't do to you.
Yeah.
Because My soon-to-be ex-husband made an inappropriate ass comment. He was at work. He sent a picture of him gaming, talking about, oh well, this is how guys get good with their hands. And she responds back with, "I don't want to know what your hands do. I want to know what your mouth do." All right, bitch, you got me fucked up.
Oh, on his
I
Facebook.
told him
Please tell
on
me that
Messenger,
was
and I
not on
have
Facebook.
screenshots. I have screenshots. It was in Messenger. It was between him, two guy friends, and a girlfriend that he was friends with. And I was like, okay, so you done cheated. You didn't cut it off. You just said careful now. He's like, I didn't cheat. All right, bet. Say less. I said it to somebody that was irrelevant. Didn't give a fuck if he was blocked or not. I was like, hey, I don't want to know what your hands do. I want to know what your mouth do. He all of a sudden, you cheated. Did it? Nah, it's an inappropriate comment, remember? Y'all were just friends. Y'all were best friends, remember? But with me, I'm going to cut that shit off. Like, if you're going to sit there and be disrespectful to my relationship, I'm going to let you know straight up. Look, I can't do that. Like, but I also want them to understand. I do have male best friends. I do have girl best friends. And as someone that's bisexual, you don't have to worry about nothing between male or female, because I'm going to cut it off and I'm going to send you screenshots automatically so you know from the jump.
Right.
Like, that's it and that's all.
Cutthroat
Don't
like that.
do nothing you don't want me doing nothing to you, and I won't do nothing that you don't want.
Oh, you believe in revenge?
Oh yeah. I'm don't.
So sweet.
I just want to throw this out there again. I know about having old friends that you've had for a long time. I'm really not talking about those. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I know that I was that quote unquote friend that you gave a shoulder to cry on, and I saw how that elevated. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what's different with this situation? Could that elevate? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much. But that's kind of what I'm asking specifically. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would, because I'm an overthinker as well, and I end up thinking too much into it and going way too deeper than I need to. But I mean, I would give it the benefit of the doubt until, I started seeing those, constantly calling or the comments under the Facebook posts and stuff like that. That's when I would step in and be like, look, I'm going to be as respectful.
Constant calling, direct phone number, DM messages, first to post anything that they do on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
And they're just friends. Think about it.
Yeah, no, I'd end up wanting to fuck some shit up. I'm sorry. I'm too crazy for that. I'll end up fucking somebody up.
So in conclusion, can we conclude from this that in some situations, to have, the opposite sex as that just a friend thing, it could have its drawbacks. It could.
You know how sticky it gets.
Yeah. Now, if you're not in a relationship, hey, you can't really say nothing to me. We just seeing each other. We just screwing around, and I'm giving you the edited version of that. So you can't say anything. That's my co-parent. That's my friend. You can't say nothing about them calling or commenting on my posts. Because we just screwing around. But when it comes to a relationship, yeah, if you really care about that person or care about what could come of this progressing together, you guys, you would kind of cut that off, just
especially out of respect for any relationship.
There it is.
You should.
There it is.
You
It's
shouldn't
golden.
have too many people. Look,
That's
I'm with
golden.
this person, we trying to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually had a friend, just a friend. Nobody I'm sleeping with or whatever, a homeboy. And I hadn't seen him in like 7 years. If that was really your friends, if you didn't see them for 7 years or 2 years or 2 days, that's still your friend.
Right.
Man, you had a family. You and your girl got together. Y'all got married. I was at y'all wedding. I'll see you when I see you, man. Y'all go grow. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just from the friend's perspective. Imagine doing that, and you got a girl calling, and I hadn't seen you in 7 years. Next thing I know, you got a whole family. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine doing that with a girl around chasing.
Okay.
'Cause, as far as different aspects of it, look at it like this: whether you're a guy or a girl, when you get in a relationship, you should never have somebody around that will actually make the relationship come for somebody trying to be.
Mm.
You should never do it. If you do it, and that person comes to you directly and tells you, look, I have a problem with it, you should just cut it off right there. You shouldn't take it any further. First thing you should do is sit that person down and be like, hey, I'm not hating on you, but I'm trying to really make this happen. Feeling
Mm-hmm.
something.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Chill.
I'm gonna pass it to my man Chill. Chill. What's something
Yes, sir.
you want to say, man, as far as relationship?
Well, I got a question for the ladies. Do y'all take kindness for weakness?
Oh, that was a good one.
Very good. I like that one because they be trying to play as like, oh, he too nice.
Yeah,
Too
buddy.
nice is supposed to be a good thing. You don't want somebody too mean.
Hey, I like to respond to that. Personally, no, I love kindness and I reciprocate very well. However, I think, how do I want to say this? There are a, a group of women that do take kindness for weakness, and I think it goes back kind of to the brainwashing of what a man's role is supposed to be and how a man is supposed to express or not express emotion. So some people just don't get it. If we treated each other like human beings instead of the stereotypes or the man-made description of what a man should be and what a woman should be, it wouldn't be an issue. But no, for me, kindness is not weakness, but I do know that is definitely something that men struggle with the other sex.
Okay. I like to get a response from Chill
Yes, sir.
because you initiated the question. What's your response to that, man?
Well, like I say, I hear what she's saying, because like, some dudes, as you can see it, they want to play hard because they're afraid if they try to show their kind side that you're not gonna respect them. I see that a lot in a lot of dudes. They play, I know they ain't hard, you know what I'm saying? Because I know the dude. But in the public, they play hard because they're afraid that if you consider them as a kind person, that you're not gonna respect them as a man. I see that a lot. Now, I myself, I don't mind being kind, but but I'm not, I just let it know I'm not a weak person because I'm kind. You know what I mean? I have my, macho male side and I have my kind side. So I like to intertwine them together, intertwine them together, rather.
Luna, what's your response to the question? What you think about guys you might deem as too soft?
I mean, you can't take that as a weakness because, like, Chill and said, okay, I'm sorry. As Chill said, like, yeah, he's gonna be kind, but he knows for a fact that he's not a weak person, and that there's guys that do hide that. And I mean, I would rather have you be kind to me from the jump and show me who you really are than put on a facade or a facade because then I'm just gonna sit there and expect you like that constantly.
What if you run across one that's hard, but in a situation softer than right ain't kind?
Say
And
that
you
one more time.
realize it.
Can you repeat that, monster?
Imagine he plays hard, and all the time he play hard, it's a situation that jumps off, and you realize he softer than right ain't kind, and he weak.
I I think, in my opinion, I think you're talking about something different.
No,
No,
no.
no. What he's
Yeah.
saying is, you know,
He
if
playing hard all the time. A real situation jumps off, and you find out he's softer than Rite Aid Guy.
Right, but I think being kind versus being hard in a situation is different.
yeah,
And the reason why I said that, a person can be kind and still be in a confrontation, and
No, she just said that when they play hard and they like that all the time, I don't
Mhm.
expect you to be like that all the time.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And if they be like that all the time, I'm saying, what if you find out he hard all the time, and then a real situation jump off, and you find out he's softer than Rite Aid Guy,
Mhm.
and you
That's
really
why
need
I
him to
said.
be hard.
That's why I said I would rather you show me who you are from the jump instead of putting on a facade, because you either gonna talk your talk or you gonna walk the talk. Like,
Talk your talk or walk the walk.
there you go. There it is.
I say
So be
walk the
one or the
talk, because
other.
you're look, I'm both. So I'm the one that knows I can talk shit and I can handle my stuff like in person. So I walk the walk, but I walk the talk as well. Like, it's different, but I mean that's I'd rather someone be real with me from the jump, and then instead of showing me something fake, because then I'm gonna expect everything fake coming from you,
Yeah.
because you can't be comfortable enough to show me the real stuff
Uh,
because
uh.
you feel like your ego is boosted up.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give my opinion as far as a soft guy or whatever y'all want to call him. Somebody that's too nice, somebody that's nice to you and sweet to you. First of all, I've learned this through real experience. The nice guys always finish last.
Is that a movie?
No, that's real life.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Every guy know it. Them nice guys finish last. I hate to say it. She don't want somebody that's nice to her. She wants somebody that's nice to her and will treat her good. If you just nice, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Oh, you taking her off now.
Hey Joe, I like to just or student master, I like to back off that just for a second. Nice guys finish last. I agree.
Yep.
And from the female perspective, I consider myself a nice guy, and I got taken advantage of and looked over for loudmouth, uneducated, ghetto ass, big mouth girls. Um, the thing that I thought that most people weren't attracted to, all the things that I tried not to be. So, hey, I feel you. I definitely have finished last. Hoes be winning.
She ain't wrong.
You too?
But you know,
Yeah, that's why I act the way that
The
I
nice
act.
ones
I am
finish
who I
last.
am, and you're either going to take me for as I am, or you can go suck a dick.
Can I chime in
That's all.
on it? I think I was the only one that didn't
I wasn't
respond.
done though.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Sorry about that, Mom.
But as far as how I am, I mean, listen to my name. That's a nickname that stuck with me for the last eons. Months. Everybody think a ferocious guy. Yes, I can be ferocious. Anybody that knows me know I can. But I'm also one of the sweetest persons you'll ever meet in your life.
Indeed.
So why should I be taken as somebody who can't do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I versus somebody who can do A, C, J? Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would be perceived as a nice guy. But at the same time, I can be somebody that's mean. And I try not to be like that because everybody wants to be treated accordingly. Everybody don't want somebody being all mean to them. Life is short. We want to enjoy these days here. Nobody want to deal with all that arguing.
true.
Can we have a good day?
please.
Well, well,
But you also, the funny thing about it, when I kicked that joke, I was more leaning toward the porn movie, Nice Guys Finish Line.
that's a good one.
My bad. But nice guys finish last. Go ahead, Taz. You ain't get yours in, man. What you think about them taking somebody as soft or weak or whatever?
Well, let me chime in from my perspective on how I am. First of all, I like to say that I think life is much more enjoyable if you laugh. I've always been that type of guy to show myself as a lightweight funny guy. I try to crack a joke. That's my goal. I try to make you laugh. As far as that hard shit go, I think it's high school. But the thing is, my backbone protrude out my back when the situation calls for it. That's how I am. You won't see that hard guy coming towards you. I'm gonna try to make you laugh. I'm gonna try to make you, ever since I was younger, that's been a thing of mine. I used to make guys laugh. People laugh so hard they would spit the drink out their mouth. That's me. But if the situation calls for it, I can go hard. I might not whoop you, but you damn sure gonna know I've been there. But the answer to put the nail in the coffin, as far as that hard shit go, I give a damn about portraying to you that I'm hard or that I can be that way. But if the situation called for it, I'll get down on the ground with you. That's just how I am. That's how I feel about the situation.
Church.
Okay, nice speech. No, I'm just playing with you. I understand where you coming from.
Right.
Yeah, man, that was real talk.
Yeah, that's real talk.
Yeah.
When the situation called for it, yeah, we go there. 9 out of 10, we trying to kick it.
Right.
I want to enjoy my days.
It's a
I
such
don't
thing
know
as
about
necessary.
y'all. I want to have more happy days
Yeah.
than bad days.
Yeah. Stress will
Hey,
kill you
but-
faster than anything else.
Females have that issue too of trying to act hard, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, aside from being a nice guy, I'm only 5 feet tall, and I look like somebody you could just push over or say anything to, because I don't come off aggressive at all. But like you, Taz, man, my backbone it's like I drank 8 glasses of milk and
Mhm.
10 cans of spinach.
Mm-hmm.
She's a
Because
fighter.
when shit jumps off, it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But it only happens
You gotta
very
be taken
rarely.
there. Yeah, you gotta be
Yeah, I
taken
gotta
there.
be. And there's a few small amount of people. It's a very small amount that can even rile me up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I try to avoid them. So, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but everybody asks their question, and I know, she love, it's a thing going on where you got to get out here, get out of here. So I'm gonna ask my question because I think I was the only one that didn't ask a question. This can be passed along between all of us to get to know what type of person you're attracted to, and that's basically the question. Chill, Monster, C-Love, and Luna, give us all feedback on the basic type of person, the general type of thing that person has that you're attracted to. The general thing.
May I go?
Absolutely.
Okay. For me, it'd be one word. That's loyalty. Because I think under loyalty, the umbrella of loyalty is honesty, trust, respect. That's what a loyal person offers you. And that would be my main thing, to find someone that was loyal and we jived. That'd be it.
Monster.
I'm gonna let Chill go. Go ahead, Chill.
I ain't lie, C-Love kind of took the words out of my mouth.
Great minds.
Yeah. I'm thinking of her limp, because loyalty is the biggest thing, man. Because you want somebody to go to bat for you. So you want to know that when it gets down in the trenches, she got your back or he got your back, no matter how you look at it.
Luna.
I agree with C Love, but I also want to put in if you can sit there and have a sense of humor and laugh with me or make me laugh, or we can, have that connection or bond. Like, I completely agree with the loyalty and everything that falls under it. But I also want to know that you can make me laugh no matter what. If I'm having the worst day and I'm, resting bitch face, mad, and then all of a sudden, I go from, huffing and puffing to like almost peeing my pants.
I like it.
All right, Taz, you go ahead and do yours, cause I'm gonna go ahead and do mine and wrap it up.
It used to be a thing where she got to have this, she got to have that, these outside attributes. But as I came along, I'm agreeing with Luna. I love a girl with a sense of humor. I love that. That actually gets to me. If we could sit there and crack jokes back and forth, not on each other so much, but just make each other laugh per se, and hang out and have a drink here and there, and and stuff like that. I mean, that is just an absolute total vibe that can wrap around each other and squeeze tight. I love it.
Mhm.
All right. I'm gonna say this first of all. I want to thank everybody for being here. If
Yes,
you're
sir.
listening to this,
Yes, sir.
like, share, subscribe. Everybody chill. Luna, C Love, Monster, and Taz. I'm gonna get my comment is this. If I had to pick the perfect person, it would be the person that is into me. And what I mean into me, like, I'll be into something, she's into it like I am. Even if she don't give a damn about it. Because I'll be like that with her.
All right.
Mhm.
That's the way I'm gonna end mine.
I love it.
All right. I guess.
Everybody, I want to thank y'all. I had fun. I hope y'all had fun. Monster
yeah.
got the host this time. It's the Monster Experience. So everybody give a shout out before we get up out of here. Chill.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Luna.
Y'all have a good one.
C Love.
Peace be with you.
Taz.
Yes, sir.
And I'm Monster Mash, and I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all have a good day and take care of yourself, all right?
All right now.
Uh.